I was so lucky to get this PlayStation 2 bundle with the games and the PS1 games off of Facebook Marketplace. As we all know, anything like this on Marketplace just gets snapped up like that. And I was the lucky one that did the snapping. But I had a lot of help with this one. Ian the Master of Pieces, part-time eBay reseller. This video couldn't wait till after Christmas because I have to say a massive thank you to Bearded Carp and Kieran from Rummagearound. Two absolute legends that sent me a message within about 2 minutes of each other. All it was a Facebook Marketplace link to that bundle there. I didn't ask any questions. All I did, open the link and just messaged, is it still available? Then I asked them what it was all about. So, the Bearded Carper lives about 3 hours away from me. He come across it, knew that he wasn't going to be able to get anywhere near this in time, so was kind enough to send me the opportunity. All of that was up for 75 quid, an absolute steal. But you know what? If I thought that's a steal, people that are way more into their gaming stuff are definitely going to think that's a steal. I sent a load of messages to the buyer. Didn't get any response. In fact, he hadn't even read the messages. So what that tells me, he's being bombarded with messages from loads of different people. How did I make myself look different to those guys? I used a make and offer tool. It was up for 75. I made an offer of £100. I also followed that up with another message just to say I can come round any time today, whenever suits you. I had a feeling this guy wanted to shift this quick. If he didn't, he could have quite easily looked at some of these titles, sold them off individually, or took it all down CEX and got a lot more than that 75 quid he was asking for. About an hour went by, still nothing. I thought the opportunity had gone. Then lo and behold, he got back in touch, come round and collect it. It's what I did. Let me show you some of these bits. So first up, PlayStation 2 console, tested and working. It's got all the leads, only got one controller. I don't actually have a PS2, so I'm going to be keeping this one. I will give it a bit of a clean up. It deserves to be kept in a better state than that, doesn't it? But that is going to become my testing unit. Next, we've got a whole raft of just bulk PS2 games. No real great titles here. What I'll do is end up taking all of these down to CEX for trading. Apart from that one there. Silent Hill 2. It's got all the manuals in it, got both discs in it. Pre-owned, this would have been 25 quid, and that is a steal back in the day. That's worth 40 to 50 pounds, that game alone. Now, what really caught my eye in this bundle is all of these PlayStation 1 titles, and there are some familiar names here. In fact, let me turn you around, because some of the covers and the artwork on these is fantastic. Now, there are some great titles here. I've just got to decide which ones I'm going to keep and add to my collection, which ones I'm going to sell on. But there are always going to be collectors out there that are going to want to buy this type of stuff all throughout the year, so I haven't got to make that decision quickly. Check out some of these games. First up, Metal Gear Solid. Black Label Edition. Got the manual in there, but doesn't have the original demo disc that it come with. I have a copy of that demo disc upstairs in the loft, so that is a complete package there. Tomb Raiders. Nice bundle set. Classic games. Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3 there. Not much value on their own, but very sellable. Dino Crisis again, Black Label Edition with the manual. Bit of a crack on the front there, but there's plenty of the jewel cases here I can swap with this one. Just a great game, holds some great value from the makers of Resident Evil. And I do have a couple of Resident Evils in here. Resident Evil 2 and Nemesis. Now, I've recently picked these up actually from CEX. And they're worth about 20 to 30 pounds each, maybe even more. Box is in poor condition. Again, you can swap it out. Both got the manuals, all complete. Now, these next three games I'd never heard of, but you can kind of tell that they're going to be desirable just by the look of them. This game is called Loaded here. Look at that. Platinum Edition. I think it's worth about a tenner, maybe 15. It's just got that niche feel about it, hadn't it? Probably a lot of adult content on there, not suitable for kids. Looks like it was at 18 over in Germany, maybe. Final Doom. I'm not like a big Doom fanboy. I played some of the old games. Did not realise there was a Final Doom. Sounds pretty ominous. I mean, I don't know how well these games have dated, just looking at the bad guys on the back there. I'm sure that has got a lot of appeal to this type of gaming fan. And finally, check this out. It's called Exhumed. Look at the cover on it. That is freaky as, isn't it? I'd imagine back in the day, if you were playing this, dark room, lights out, this would have been a real freaky game. Just looking at some of the pictures here. Again, doesn't look to have aged too well. I think there's like a lady with a tiger's head on the back there. I'm tempted to give this a go. Look at that cover art there. Sweet game, decent bit of value in that one too. So once again, Bearded Carper, Kieran from Rummagearound, thank you for putting me onto this tip here. Check them both out on Instagram or YouTube. So over the last week and a half, I've still been pretty busy. I've not been on YouTube and my eBay is closed, but I have not been stopping. I've been pretty active on Facebook Marketplace. As well as that PlayStation bundle, I've picked up a few more Funko Pops to go with that huge collection that I'm slowly or quickly building. I also found a load of Batman Lego as well. Picked that up, overpaid on that, but I'm keen to do a bit of Lego myself over the Christmas period, so that's got a double use to it as well. But I'm enjoying being back on Marketplace. There does seem to be a few deals out there. I had a very lean spell on it. It's nice to be getting a bit of luck on it for a change. I also popped into the charity shop this weekend. I wanted to drop off a load of stuff. A lot of things are accumulating in here and in the house. I want to clear out before we get more stuff in for Christmas. But I actually bought back a bag load of stuff. Check some of this. I've already showed you those. Those were a Marketplace pickup from ages ago. Straight from the year 2000. Check that out. Redstone Reebok Wales rugby jersey. Size XL, £6. Bargain. Nice Lacoste jumper, double XL, £4. Again, another bargain. I don't usually pick up clothes, but that was too good not to pick up. I've been keeping my eye on this for ages. This was marked up at £40 in the charity shop. When I popped in there, they'd actually knocked the price down to £20. It's all in there. The box is a little bit battered, but still a great collector's piece. And that's what I bought this for. I was gonna put it up in my loft, right? But then I've actually already made a trade. This is going to David, the Welsh GameCube collector. I found that one. And I also found in the same charity shop these two little original Tomy Pokemon figures. That's Rattata. Everyone loves a bit of Charizard, don't they? They were just at the bottom of the toy box. So the Pokemon game and those Pokemon figures I'm swapping for a Sega Mega Drive 2 with Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. My kids are starting to show some interest in gaming. I started on the Sega Mega Drive. They can have a start on the Sega Mega Drive too. What else have I been up to? Cardiff Card Show. I went to Cardiff Card Show last Saturday, met up with Connor the Welsh Poker Picker, Project Games, David the Welsh GameCube Collector and Marcus. Really great day, right? I picked up a couple of cards, but it wasn't really about that for me. It was about catching up with the guys, just having a good laugh. And actually it was my birthday the day after. And they bought me some presents. Project Games, Matt, you legend. Because, look, on my shelf here. Check that out. Transformers Blaster. Don't have a blaster. Need to find a place for him in the collection there. All complete with his little cassette. What a great little find. I think he found that in the charity shop. Unreal. Because that's pretty much brand new. And then David picked me up some Batman figures. Awesome. My Batman collection is growing. Oh, and Marcus gave me a ton of really cool cards. Haven't been through all of them yet, but there's definitely a few numbered ones and a nice autograph in there too. So guys, thanks so much. And actually that does remind me, over the next few weeks over Christmas, I need to decide what I'm doing with my collection. It is kind of taken over a little bit, going in lots of different directions. I need to rein it in a bit and really work out what I'm doing. But apart from all that, it's been pretty chilled out really. I've been wrapping things up with my full-time job on the run up to Christmas. I've got all my Christmas shopping done. I've just got all my life admin in place so I can get my feet up and relax over Christmas. So over the next few weeks while my eBay shop is still turned off, I will be putting a plan of where I want my eBay to go next year and also where I want my social media to go next year. I'm also going to be downscaling this. This is all of my stock I've accumulated since I've been reselling. Some of this stuff is still from the early days. It's not sold then. It's not going to be selling in the future. I need to be brutally honest. Where I've bought rubbish, it needs to go. And you can see from the bits I'm picking up off Marketplace, charity shop, and just how my general progression has been last year. I'm getting a better eye for better quality things. So I don't need to be relying on that low quality stuff just to bulk out the store. But anyway, we'll go through my plans for next year in the next video. And that one will be after Christmas. So guys, I know I said it before, this time I really mean it. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas. I hope you have a nice break and we'll catch up again in the new year.